everybody. Welcome to Reaching Out with Eddie. We don't have Eddie in the place. He's on an island somewhere sipping pina coladas, enjoying himself. Uh, so what we're going to do, we're going to pull Bro Holt up on the phone. And we're going to let him rap to the people. I know you guys have been anxious, been wanting to know what's going on with him. So we're going to let you hear from the horse's mouth and let him explain that to you. So, Bro Holt, I'm going to pull you up now and you let me know if you can hear me or not. Can you hear me, Bro Holt? All right, Bro
Hello.
Holt, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, all right, good deal, man. I just introduced you to the people and I want you to let the people know what's going on in your world, man.
Okay, first of all, I want to say good evening to everybody, and I want to say welcome to Reaching Out with Eddie. And I want to let you people know that it's what I want to talk to you about today is that I'm not asking any of you for help. I'm okay, but I am asking you to help yourself. I'm asking you to help yourself because so much is going on, not what's best for me, but what's best for you. And the reason why I'm not there today, and I'm doing this here at a different location, I'm speaking to you guys to let you know what's going on with me by this corrupt administration, by this corrupt police department. And folks, I can tell you this is that I'm gonna have Bro Dice and Bro Sam. Last Thursday, I was planning on doing the podcast. One day last week, folks, you all know that I think in 2013, I ran for office judge, and they came after me. In 2017, 4 years later, I ran for judge, and they came after me. And the irony in all this is that it's all been the Bland administration, always been Percy Bland putting his spokes on me. And now he has the key to the store, and one thing he learned from me is that do everything you can in order to keep your job or get the job so you don't have any regrets. But, folks, what he's doing now is just far-reaching. I mean, the mayor's office, the police department, and everybody else that is a part of this administration and the corrupt things they do are out to get me. I'm talking about out to get me, folks. Now, I ain't asking you for sympathy. I want you guys to know what's going on with me. And I want to tell my family that's listening, anybody that care about me, if I come up missing, I am dead, and this administration did it. If I go to jail, I'm not going to hang myself. If I go to jail, if I get kidnapped, I can tell you folks that last Thursday, Rochester Anderson, and I'm going to call names because I want you guys to know, Rochester Anderson is engaging in what we call malicious prosecution, not only against me, but Loretta Allen. And you ain't got to like me, and you ain't got to like Loretta. But one thing that you do know is that Lolo speak about things that are wrong. She stand up for you. She stand up for injustices. It's other things that she could be doing, but she's the voice for the people. And because of that, and the irony in all this is that Loretta Allen Bennett helped this man win his job 4 years ago. And he done got trumped up charges against her and against me. Yes, folks, they are trumped up charges. And I'm talking about this now, and I'm in an undisclosed location because I don't want them to snatch me because they attempted to do that, Tracy. Two Belt, they attempted to snatch me last week. And I want to let you know, Brandon Firehouse. I want to let you know, Rochester Anderson. I want to let you know, Chris Reed, that I have everything on video. I have night cameras all around my building fireplace. When you back your white truck up to my building, I have that, and it's in the cloud. So you can take my videos just like you took. Folks, tell me, why would a detective come to my place where I have the podcast at, back up to the doors if he's going to unload furniture where my trash can is kept? Why would he parked right in front of the camera, got a real good picture of him. Why would he do that? And then why would the police park at David Purvis's place pointed down toward Highway 19 north toward the college with all the lights on 5 minutes before 6. There's not a warrant for my arrest, folks. Why? And across the street at the church, the police car's there, and then at Quincy's. And what they don't know, I'm looking at them. Yes, I was looking at you. I mean, I ain't no fool, folks. I'm not a coward. I have a very high IQ. I'm not a fool. I'm not going to make it easy for you to do anything to me. Folks, let me tell you what they did to me. Again, illegally, Rochester Anderson and his chief, the Meridian Police Department, I don't know. I just know it was Rochester Anderson that nitpicked it. Went through my NCIC report again, folks. Now you understand that the NCIC going to have on there if you're a convicted felon. Folks, they went all the way back. He went all the way back to 1975. And the only reason why he did that, because they illegally received things like with their warrant, it only had a phone. But instead, they got they got a gun out of there. They got my son's gun up out of there in his name, a legal gun. My son is not a felon, folks. I'm not either. I have either got a pardon, and Brother Dice, I'm gonna want you to pull that pardon up because I want it to be in the cloud. Because it is, and folks, because there's not a warrant for your arrest, that does not mean that they won't snatch you. Folks, Brother Dice, I want you and Brother Sam to explain to the people and pull that picture up. And when I tell you to show it, I want you, Brother Dice, to explain to the people, you and Brother Sam, what happened with Detective Fireplace, Brandon Fireplace parking in front of my place sometime after 6. What was his purpose, people? He don't have any business dealing with me. It's not a business. It's open. What was his purpose to be there if it was not to snatch me up?
Okay.
Brother Dice, could you explain? And I want to say this to you folks. I want you to ask questions because when we go to a break, I don't want you to ask me how I'm doing. I'm under a lot of goddamn stress, and I don't mind telling you that. I'm like a caged badger. I'm like an animal, a wild animal, and that's what they want. They want me to do something reckless. But my old self is not like my young self. My new self is nothing like my old self, if y'all understand what I'm saying. I'm very intelligent, and I learned from talking to people like Marie Franklin and others out there, Brother Gordon and my family, not to talk so much. So I'm going to tell y'all this, Meridian Police Department. Y'all days are numbered. Bishop Bland, your days are numbered, folks. I heard Brother Sam say about somebody saying with all the baggage I got. What the hell does that have to do with it? Do you want somebody, if you gonna get a soldier to fight for you, is you gonna get one sick, weak, go run and hide, or you want somebody that'll stand on the front lines and fight, no matter what they throw after you? I am statutorily eligible, and the Democratic Party has already signed my paperwork. So I am a Democrat in the coming election, folks, but they made it difficult for me to do my campaign. I don't trust them. Too bad I don't trust them at all. This ain't no joking matter. They killed Malcolm X. No, I'm not Malcolm X, but I'm as smart as he is. They killed Martin Luther King. No, I'm not Martin Luther King, but I'm doing the same things they're doing. Can y'all tell me one thing that I did wrong? How is it that the man that charged me, that behind all these investigations, I had to go out. They was gonna make a warrant for my arrest. I had to go and get my pardon. And Brother Dice, can you show that now?
Okay, yeah. Give me just a second. I'm pulling it up.
And Brother Dice, talk to us. Brother Sam, talk to the people and tell them what you see Brandon Fireplace do in that white truck that pulled up to my building.
Yeah, last Thursday about 6 o'clock, we looked at the one who saw police's parked with the lights on. And I asked Brother Dice, what the hell going on, man? And they just were parked there. And by the time we started getting in the van, I said, damn, one parked in front of the building right here. And I went to the dude and I said, damn, what the hell he doing right here? Parked right in the door. You couldn't almost get out the door. But he gonna say that he ran out of gas. And like man, Brother Dice said, how he parked that big old truck that close to the door so perfectly. I mean, the truck was parked perfect in front of the door. I saw something going up on Brother Dice. And then we hit the block just to check out the scene. It was another truck parked across the street. I said, what the hell going on with this? So, things start getting suspicious now. And like Brother Gray said, and we understand how people work, this a kidnap, like I said, they ain't got no arrest for his warrant. Because they would have to contact him, his source, and said, we got arrest for his warrant. But
They told my attorney that they didn't have a warrant for my arrest.
Right.
And there's no warrants. I got contacts. There's no warrant in the system. So why is the police in front of my place other than to intimidate?
Right.
Other than, and all this is just because, and this is the mayor that's doing this, folks. This is corruption at its highest. But continue, Brother Sam. I'm sorry
but like
for
the brother
interrupting.
saying, I said in my podcast, if you want to change, or we want to stay in the same condition, you want somebody who's going to stand up there and fight. Because I know when Lolo and Brother Gray step in the council's meeting, they already get to scratching where they ain't itching at. Because they know they can't just put anything on the people. Because Brother Gray and Lolo are going to speak out about their wrongdoing. And it ain't about who you like now. If you want to change, no matter who it is, if they want to make a change in your life, that's who you want in the seat. We're at war, people. And I said that. We're at war. The war is for the mind of the people. And we're in terrible condition in this city. 60% black in this city right here. Look at the
condition. It's about 85%. It's about 85%, bro, Sam. It's 85 to 90% black.
That make it worse. That make it worse. I will give a little credit. 85% black in Meridian, Mississippi. But you look at the condition we're in as a people. And then you worry about crime. Crime gonna stay this way and get even higher. Because no activity for these young children to do where they don't want to work. The young brother want to work. I talk to them all the time. They want to work. I got a group of young brothers I'm going to take to see the movie, The Black Messiah, tonight. About 8 or 9 of them. I'm going to take them, pay for them, and we're going to enjoy that movie because I want to show them how the United States government use black people to destroy other black people. And it's sad, and we keep falling for these same tricks. And that's why history is so important. For we can study what was, and we know where we at today. And then we can produce what the future for us. But if we keep on, what's that, big brother?
I wanted to say this, that I'm getting your text, and I want to say I thank everybody that's sending me texts and saying they have my back, and I appreciate that. And I never had the opportunity to say, and people, they didn't even tell me this about Brandon Fire. They described him, dumpy, short, looked like a Mexican, Hispanic looking. And, of course, when I seen it on the video and everything, I knew exactly who it was. So here we have road cops. And another thing happened that they don't know about is I sent another person there, and y'all know who he is. I'm always talking about him. And I can tell you, folks, and I want to say this to y'all family, if y'all think that Fred Welch ain't had my back, he has had my back. Because he went by there, and when he went there, a white Camaro swooped in real fast like the police. And when they swooped in real fast and parked next to his truck, they backed up real slow and they stopped. Then they pulled forward and stopped again, and they looked, and then they drove off. All this was done Thursday night, and then Richard Lofton, that's on my podcast, he was coming there to be a part of the podcast, and he said he saw it. He said he didn't know what was going on. So, folks, I have evidence of what they're doing, and I'm going to tell y'all something else, too, is that me and Fred Welch drove by the Meridian Police Department about 5:34. I seen Chris Reed, the chief of police, standing at his back door on the top step, and Rochester Anderson was on the ground talking to him, and they were obviously plotting and scheming, and the person they were plotting and scheming against was me. If it was something that was not going to be done illegal or something, if it was legal, then they would have been inside of that building discussing it, where all the cameras, they were outside of the view of the cameras and outside of the views of microphones. They were in the back, and they talked like that for about 30 minutes, and I have evidence of that. And then, so how about I'm at the place, folks, at 7 minutes till 6, I left. I left. I left to go by the police station again and see where they still talking and scheming and plotting. And guess what, folks? They wasn't, but it was way more cars there than should have been there. And when I came back to do the podcast for you guys, that's when I was seeing all the police. Yes, I passed by and I saw them. I saw everything that I'm telling you guys about, and then I have it on my cameras. I have cameras outside there. They film night, day, anytime, and they feel and they record and they send everything to me virtually, and it goes into the cloud. And folks, don't think I'm saying this. I want them to know that I have this information. And I'm going to say this to you folks also, that every charge been against me been bogus, trumped up, and it's the same thing against Lolo, and they're making it difficult for me to run a campaign. But I want to ask you guys this. Have any of you gotten any help from the mayor's office? Have you got any help? That's all I'm asking you. Have you got any help from Public Works, the ones supposed to fix your roads? Have you got any help or any kind of support with your family from Parks and Recreation? Community development. Do you know that the police went today and they had all kind of cars? They towed all the Armor Page cars away from there. Have you received any help from the Meridian Police Department? Who can you depend on? Can you depend on this mayor? You cannot allow for him to come on you now and put signs every damn where, and then come and smile up in your face and put on some ragged-ass clothes and shoot a basketball up in a hoop. You better look at his damn report card and see what he done, and he ain't done anything. And you got to look at the people that are running, too. Don't let them go. And folks, I believe it's going to be a runoff between two people. But if you get out and do, I'm not asking for your help. I'm not asking you for anything from you. Only thing I'm saying is care about your children. And I ain't talking about just your children. When I talk about my children, I'm talking about all of the little children that's in Meridian, Mississippi, Lauderdale County. When I said family, I'm talking about my family. The only reason why this administration is not coming after you is because you're not doing anything. Only thing he wants from you is your vote so he can stay in power. You have an opportunity now to make a difference. I'm not asking you to do anything for me. I have not asked you for one dime. I didn't ask any of you to stand up and protest for me. And I've been fighting, and I've been going, and I've traveled, and I went and got the pardon from the state of Alabama. He was arrested in Tuscaloosa County. All he had to do is call him up, dismissed. He was arrested in Texas, couldn't find anything. All this coming on his head because it was dismissed. He was arrested for armed robbery in 1978. He got to prove, they told me, folks, that I got to prove that I got a pardon for this, or they going to put me in jail for a felon with a handgun that they didn't get off of me. If you folks can't see that, that must be saying something and doing something right, not for me, because I have not made one dime with that podcast. Everything I do, I did it for you. And you, and you, and you. And so now, folks, I'm going to tell you, I was told to lay low Thursday until Friday morning. Now, I'm in Alabama at the State House, and everything is closed in Alabama because of the weather and the winter storm. So I had to buy 3 days. My family ain't seen me this weekend. My children haven't saw me because I had to, hell, I don't damn run and hide. I just damn move without being seen. And I had to do that. I had to do all that, folks. And I ain't have but one person that had my back. And no, I'm not going to call their name. I had about 5 people that had my damn back, and I know it. And they know who they are. I'm not going to call their name because I don't want those of you that's messing with me to mess with them. You can imagine what I'm going through, and I haven't done anything. Just imagine Greg Gillen. Y'all shouldn't buy shit from J&J Tie Shop. You talking about corruption. You talking about judges. You talking about a police officer that's what they call malicious prosecution. Folks, it's illegal and it's against the law, but because they had a badge of gun and making that $12 an hour, they some fucking rogues. I'm upset, and I've been really, really sick. I lost probably about 5 pounds. No, I'm not telling you for your sympathy, but even sick, I kept on moving forward and doing things for folks that call and ask me to do things for them. I still did it incognito. I still did it underground. And I ain't telling you guys all of this. I want to tell you guys what's going on with me so that they can leave me the hell alone. I want evidence. So Trey said, and my family, I'm telling y'all, if something, if I come up missing, I am dead. And I didn't do it. Rochester Anderson did it. Goddamn Brandon Fireplace did it. Chris Reed did it. Alex Lee, Matthew Spears, they're the one that did it. If Lolo come up missing here, y'all know damn well she's a fighter. And I don't want her there because I don't want them kidnapping her either. If they would kill Davon Hardy and cover that shit up, they beat the shit out of Levi Gibbs and they covered that up. They killed Gary Barber, got to have a closed casket because they blew his fucking face off after they had shot him downwind about 3 or 4 or 5, 6 times in the back. This is, if they can do that to Deal, who the hell, if y'all lose me, y'all lose something, I'm telling you. Bro Dice, can you put up my pardon, please?
Yeah, I already put it up. I put it back up. You can keep on.
I want you to put it up because I want to read it to the people. Folks, this is from the state of Alabama. It's signed, I know you won't be at March the 3rd, 1992. It said, Dear Judge Pearson, this was my sentencing judge, pardon with restoration of civil and political rights after completion of sentence and granted this effective March 30th, 1992. Yours truly, William C. Young, the executive director of the Board of Pardon and Parole for the state of Alabama. In the official seal, it was sent to the Honorable J. Richard Pearson, also courtesy copy to Robert Leahy, was the district attorney for Grove Hill, Alabama. The Honorable Don Lottie, Sheriff, Chateau County Courthouse, Butler, Alabama. The Chief of Police, Butler, Alabama. Folks, and the Alabama Attorney General has a copy. Got all this in 1990. And folks, I had to go back and get this. And folks, it took, guess what? God got this. I'm telling you, because about 4 months ago, I asked for it. They had to dig and find this. Imagine had God not told me to do this. Imagine that Allah had not told me to do this. How about 2 weeks ago, they called and told me they found it, and this is what they have. And guess what, folks? They still haven't given my son his weapons back. They still haven't said anything. I don't trust them. Kermit Kendrick has a copy of the same thing that you guys looking at right now. I'm sure Rochester Anderson got it. Folks, it is illegal for them to do an NCIC on you if you haven't been arrested. Folks, if they had arrested me, they would have put me in jail without a bond, and then I would have hung myself or either got sick and died because they own the damn hospitals too. The most corrupt city in the United States is Meridian, Mississippi, and what's sad about all this is that black folks is doing it, and y'all have an opportunity now to change all this shit, not for me, but for you. Brother Dice, play a song, and I want y'all to ask questions or whatever, and I'm going to come back, and Brother Dice will read your questions to me, and I'll answer them for you, but I'm finna hang up the phone, and Brother Dice going to call me back. And I want to thank you guys for your love and your support. Brother Dice, play a song.
All right, folks. Welcome back to Reaching Out with Eddie. We're going to get Brother Hope back on the phone and let him continue the show and talk to you guys. Well, give me just a second. Let me dial him up here. You know, this is a little different for us doing it this way. Okay, appreciate that, Brother Sam. Okay. Let me try it again. Okay, there we go.
Hello.
All right, bro. Hope we got you back in the house, man.
Yeah. I want to say this is that I just want everybody to know that I know that, and my family know me, and everybody know me. My reputation is fight, and I'm still a fighter. But if anybody know me, I escaped from jail, and I got a pardon from that before y'all go pulling this shit as part of this pardon that I got from the state of Alabama. And so, uh, in other words, I know how to move about and everything. So I'm not gonna make it easy for anybody to touch me. But I just want y'all to know. I want my family to know that I ain't gonna run or hide. And I need my family. I need everybody that's gonna volunteer to get my signs out and everything, because I can't go and meet the people because I don't want anybody to snatch me. I don't want anything going with me. I want to be there. If I win, then I still will be there and fight for you guys. But either way, Brother Dice, how about reading those comments and I'll listen.
Okay, give me just a second here. Let me see. I'm gonna have to do this sideways a little bit, folks. Give me 1 second.
Hey man, while you're doing that, I just want to say how much I appreciate you and Brother Sam.
Oh yes, sir, most definitely. All right. 1 sec, folks. You know how computer is when you're trying to get it to do something.
Okay. I had the opportunity to join the Black Panther Party, and I did not do so. Also, I had the opportunity to be the chairman of the Meridian chapter. I did not do so. But I want to say this to my family that's listening. All of you guys, all of my boys are armed and dangerous. Y'all need to come to y'all dad, and y'all need to bodyguard me and protect me. And because something, I can't do it myself. I can't have a gun with me because I have a gun with me. Or either they'll try to plant a gun on me and say I tried to do something to them, so I'm not going to have a weapon on me. But I want my boys to come to me, and I want them to come to me armed. I want them to come to me and stay with me 24/7 until this is gone. For whatever y'all need to do, this needs to take place. I have enough boys to protect me, and I expect y'all to do that. Brother Dice, you can read those comments.
Okay. We got Jim Merrick in the house. Says good evening, everybody.
Hey, Jim.
What's up, Jim? Tracy Holt says, hey, from daughter and granddaughter.
Hey, to both of y'all, they always have my back, and they was able to protest. I want to say this, too, to them out there, Brother Dice, and I want to tell you, one of the things they hate me for is because of my intelligence, my perseverance, and the fact that I organized protests.
Yes, sir. Okay, we got Jim Merrick also says, what can be done to stop these shootings?
Get rid of Purse ass. Get him out of there. You take care of the head, the body die.
Okay, Angela Amerson says, hello there, you guys.
Hey, Angela. Hey, Gay.
What's up, Gay? Fred Welch says, good evening, good people.
Hey, Fred.
What's up, Fred? Stacy Dixon says, good evening, everyone.
Stacy.
What's up, Stacy? Jay Denson Law says, good evening, Mr. Holt.
Good evening, Attorney Denson.
Jonathan Keys says, hey, how's everybody? He also says, it's so corrupt, so sad. Dice, you stay safe as well as Brother Sam Bell. It's not right you have to hide from elected officials.
Dice, can you hear me? Lost connection?
Huh? No. No. Okay, we lost him. Let's get him back. Sorry about that, folks. Let's try it again.
Yeah, Brother Dice.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening, but anyway, was it where you stopped hearing us? Because we can hear you just fine. Okay.
Yeah, I couldn't hear you.
Okay, all right, we back in the house. All right, Jonathan Keys says, it's so corrupt, so sad. Dice, you stay safe as well as Bruh Sam Bell. It's not right you have to hide from elected officials. I'm finna tell the Mississippi FBI about this.
Yeah, we've been talking to the FBI guys. They're missing in action.
Okay. Jim Myrick says, I have always known that the persecutor has used people to gain political advantage. Yeah, you still there, bro?
Yeah, I'm listening.
Okay. All right. Sound like somebody dialing.
That's me down. What I'm fixing to do, I'm fixing to call in, hang up, and I'm gonna call in from another phone. And Brother Dice, I want you to get this number, get this number for Sam, because
Okay.
I'm gonna go airplane mode once I get off the air.
Okay. Sound good. All right. You can go ahead and call in.
Call-
Appreciate your patience, people. This is the way sometimes things have to be done. Okay. Here we go. Okay. Bro Hope, that you?
Yeah,
Okay. All right.
yeah, yeah.
All right. Okay, let's see where I was here. Jonathan Keys also says, my son is the man under the top man in the FBI. I don't brag. That's why he don't come to me with that. But you bet the FBI is going to know of this.
I really appreciate it.
Okay. I'm going to skip down a few of them, bro, just to get through this because they kind of in here. All right. Loretta Bennett says, get you a firearm, great, to defend yourself. Okay. Ellen Franklin says, good evening, peeps. Time to man or woman up. We're gathering to band together. We're either going to band together against this or we're going to lay down and play dead and continue to run or be ran over. Children, grandchildren, and all.
She is so correct. Thank you, Marie.
All right. Ellen Franklin says, you do what you need to do to take care of you and yours. Jim Myrick says, Brandon Fireplace. Is that a real name?
He's Native American. That's his name.
Okay. All right. He also says, I'm praying for you, Eddie Hope. Eddie, I'm keeping you in my prayer. I'm sorry. I keep trying to go past it. Go ahead, bro, if you want to reply to that.
I just said thank you, and that's everybody. I want to thank y'all for your prayers, your comments, your support, and your advice, and any help.
Okay. Stacy Dixon says, Eddie, I'm keeping you in my prayers, cousin. I know you will do what you have to do. Be safe.
Thank you, and I will.
Clay Banks says, I hope Eddie doesn't get whacked. Okay.
I hope so too, but it ain't like if it happened, I'll be worried. I just expect my family to make sure I get justice and justice for them.
Okay. Fred Wells says, stay strong.
I will, and I got to say this is that the irony in all of this is that Percy Bland is the first black mayor and the most corrupt mayor we ever had. And he's the one that's doing this and ordering his chief of police. And I'm going to tell you what they fighting for, folks. They don't want to go to jail because they done so much illegal stuff. And I've been talking about it on my podcast.
Okay. Dolores Holt says, Gray, take care and be safe.
All right, Dolores. Thank you.
Loretta Bennett says, Jonathan Keys, is your page real? No, I kind of skipped over Jonathan Keys. I think that may be the same guy that was doing the, what's the guy's name? Johnny
The one,
Dupree. Yeah.
I know, the mayor of Hattiesburg.
Uh-huh.
Now he got a son that's in the FBI.
You're right. So let's move on. Tracy Holt says, Daddy, be safe. These people don't appreciate you. Meridian is not worth it.
I agree, baby.
G Post says,
But I want
oh,
to
go
say
ahead.
this is that our children is worth it for them.
Okay. G Post says, your past does not define who you are because everyone has a past.
I agree, and thank you for those comments.
Joanne Holt says, hey, brother, love you.
I love you too, sis.
Jim Myrick says, your past doesn't define who you are today.
Right.
And last but not least, Cash Mob YP says, Mr. Gray, we're going to make sure you good. Got your back to the fullest.
I just want to tell everybody I thank you, and I thank you for those comments. I'm getting ready to sign off now, Brother Dyson. I want to thank you for doing this special podcast.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I will continue to fight for justice for myself and for Meridian, and I'm still on the ballot. And if y'all don't see me, that doesn't mean I'm not there, and I'm not running. I'm just staying safe. I love you guys, and thank you for listening to Reaching Out. Dice, take us home, play the song.
Yes, sir.